Hello and welcome to World News. The Middle East conflict is widening, maritime routes are coming under threat, and the information war is moving just as aggressively as the missiles on the battlefield. Iran now claims to have targeted key Israeli military intelligence facilities, including installations linked to Israel's highly secretive cyber units. At the same time, a cargo vessel moving through one of the world's most critical energy corridors, the Strait of Hormuz, has been attacked, raising fresh alarms about the safety of global shipping lanes. We begin tonight in the Middle East, where Iran says it has struck some of Israel's most sensitive military installations. Iranian military says its forces have launched drone attacks on key Israeli defense targets, including the military intelligence directorate known as Aman, the elite cyber surveillance unit, Unit 8200, and the Green Pine radar system associated with Israel's missile defense architecture. According to Iranian state media, the strikes also targeted the submarine command building at the Haifa naval base, a strategic node of Israel's naval operations. Iran claims the attacks are ongoing, signaling a possible escalation in the shadow conflict between the two countries, one that increasingly blends drones, cyber operations, and precision targeting.
The Middle East conflict has entered its 12th day, and Iran claims it has struck some of Israel's most sensitive intelligence and military sites. According to the Iranian army, known as the Artesh, a series of destructive drone attacks targeted Israel's intelligence, cyber warfare, and missile defense infrastructure. If confirmed, these would be some of the most strategic targets hit since the war began. Iran says its attacks targeted Aman, Israel's military intelligence directorate. Aman is responsible for collecting and analyzing intelligence across the battlefield, from satellite imagery to signals intelligence. It plays a crucial role in Israel's war planning and strategic decision-making. Another reported target was Unit 8200, Israel's elite cyber and signals intelligence unit. Often compared to the U.S. National Security Agency, Unit 8200 is responsible for electronic surveillance, cyber warfare, and code-breaking operations. It is widely seen as the backbone of Israel's technological intelligence advantage. Iran also says its drones targeted Green Pine radar systems. These powerful early warning radars form the backbone of Israel's Arrow missile defense system, designed to detect ballistic missile launches at long range. Disabling such systems could potentially delay Israel's missile interception capabilities. Another claimed target was the submarine command facility at Haifa Naval Base. This site oversees Israel's Dolphin-class submarine fleet, widely believed to be capable of launching nuclear-armed cruise missiles. These submarines form a key part of Israel's second strike deterrence capability. Iranian military sources describe the operation as ongoing, destructive drone attacks aimed at degrading Israel's intelligence coordination and early warning systems. Footage released by Iranian media appears to show drones flying toward targets, although independent verification remains limited. Israel has not confirmed strikes on these specific sites. Officials say most recent Iranian missile and drone barrages were intercepted by Israeli air defenses, with limited damage reported. Still, air raid sirens and interceptions have been reported across northern Israel, particularly near Haifa. Analysts say the claimed targets reveal a strategic shift. Instead of focusing solely on energy infrastructure, Iran now appears to be aiming at intelligence networks, radar systems, and command facilities. The goal could be to disrupt Israel's defensive coordination and strategic awareness. With the war now entering its second week, both sides are expanding the scope of their operations. Iran is increasingly relying on drone swarms and asymmetric tactics, while Israel continues large-scale strikes on Iranian military infrastructure. As each side pushes deeper into strategic targets, the conflict shows little sign of slowing down.
Even as tensions escalate on land, the conflict is now threatening one of the world's most critical maritime corridors. A Thai-flagged cargo vessel has been attacked near the Strait of Hormuz shortly after departing from the United Arab Emirates. The bulk carrier Mayuree Naree, owned by Thai shipping company Precious Shipping, was headed to Kandla port in India when it came under attack. The Royal Thai Navy says 20 crew members have been rescued, but 3 sailors still remain missing.
A commercial cargo ship passing through one of the world's most strategic waterways has been struck by projectiles, triggering fears of a major escalation in the Gulf. The Thailand-flagged bulk carrier Mayuree Naree was hit while sailing through the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global shipping route. The attack comes as the Iran-US-Israel conflict enters its 12th day, with tensions rapidly spreading across the region's sea lanes. According to maritime reports, the vessel was struck on March 11th, roughly 11 nautical miles north of Oman. The ship had just departed Khalifa port in the UAE and was heading toward Kandla in India when one or more projectiles hit the vessel. The impact triggered a fire on board, sending thick black smoke into the sky. Images released by the Royal Thai Navy show the ship engulfed in smoke after the strike. The vessel carried 23 crew members, most of them Thai nationals. Omani naval forces managed to rescue 20 sailors and bring them safely to shore in the port of Kasab, but 3 crew members remain missing or unaccounted for. The blaze aboard the cargo ship reportedly burned for several hours before it was finally brought under control. Authorities say there are no confirmed fatalities yet, but investigations into the attack are still underway. Thai officials are now coordinating with Oman and other regional authorities to determine what exactly happened. Maritime monitoring group UK Maritime Trade Operations reported that the Thai vessel was not the only ship hit that day. 2 other commercial vessels in the area were also struck by unidentified projectiles. Among them was a Japanese-flagged container ship, which suffered minor damage. While no group has officially claimed responsibility, the incident comes after Iran warned it could target ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran has accused the United States and Israel of attacking Iranian territory and has vowed to retaliate against vessels it believes are linked to its adversaries. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important maritime choke points in the world. Nearly 20% of the world's oil supply passes through this narrow waterway every day. Any disruption here immediately sends shockwaves through global energy markets. Since the war began in late February, shipping companies have already begun avoiding the strait, fearing attacks or blockades. Traffic in the region has dropped sharply, and oil prices have surged amid growing uncertainty.
But the conflict is no longer confined to missiles and drones. A parallel information war is unfolding across social media platforms, and it is rapidly gaining traction. Viral images circulating online claim that Iranian missiles carried a provocative message aimed at US President Donald Trump. The alleged inscription referenced the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, turning a battlefield narrative into a political message that quickly spread across digital networks. Pro-Iran accounts amplified the images, while critics have questioned their authenticity, highlighting how modern conflicts are now fought as fiercely in the information space as on the ground.
The latest twist in the escalating conflict between Iran, Israel, and the United States isn't just about missiles, it's about a message written on them. And that message references one of the most controversial scandals in recent history, Jeffrey Epstein and his infamous island. Over the past 48 hours, pro-Tehran social media accounts have circulated images of missiles allegedly fired toward Israeli and US targets, with a striking inscription, "In memory of the victims of Epstein Island." The phrase refers to Little St. James, Epstein's private Caribbean island, the center of a global sex trafficking scandal involving powerful elites. According to reports circulating online around March 10th and 11th, the message was supposedly written in Persian on at least one missile aimed at Tel Aviv. But here's the key detail. Verification is extremely difficult. In this war, information warfare is almost as intense as the military conflict itself. Experts warn that AI-generated images, manipulated videos, and shallow fakes are being widely used to shape narratives. Still, the imagery has exploded online. On X, Twitter, posts showing the missile inscription have racked up millions of views, with pro-Iran accounts framing it as a propaganda victory. Their message is clear. They are trying to link the war directly to alleged corruption among American elites. And one name keeps appearing in that narrative: Donald Trump. Critics of the US president argued the current war may also have a political backdrop at home. Trump ordered major strikes on Iranian targets on February 28th, triggering the current escalation. But at the same time, newly unsealed Epstein files were dominating headlines, documents that reportedly mention Trump tens of thousands of times. Some politicians say the timing is suspicious. For example, New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez accused Trump of risking world war to bury the Epstein revelations. Even Republican Congressman Thomas Massie criticized the strikes, saying military action won't make the Epstein files disappear. Media commentators and late-night hosts like Jimmy Kimmel have echoed similar concerns, calling the war a potential distraction from domestic scandals. Whether the missile inscription is real, staged, or digitally manipulated, one thing is clear. In modern conflicts, battles aren't fought only with weapons. They're also fought with narratives, propaganda, and viral images.
And now another development that could further complicate the geopolitical equation. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia may send troops to Iran to support the government there. In an interview released on March 11th, Zelensky claimed Moscow has already been assisting Tehran with drones and air defense systems and warned that missile cooperation could follow. If confirmed, such a move would mark a significant deepening of the Russia-Iran strategic partnership, potentially reshaping the balance of power across the region.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has issued a stark warning about growing military cooperation between Russia and Iran amid the escalating conflict in the Middle East. In a recent interview, Zelensky claimed that Russia has already begun providing military assistance to Iran, including drones, and may also be helping Tehran with missiles and advanced air defense systems. According to Zelensky, evidence suggests that Russian components have been found in Iranian drones used in recent attacks across the Middle East. He warned that the cooperation between Moscow and Tehran could further intensify the conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. Zelensky raised concerns about a potential next step in this growing alliance, the possibility of Russia sending troops to support Iran if the war escalates further. He questioned which country might be the first to deploy forces in support of Tehran, suggesting that Russia could be the most likely candidate, given the deepening strategic partnership between the two countries. The Ukrainian leader drew parallels with reports that North Korea had sent thousands of troops to assist Russia in the war in Ukraine, warning that a similar development in the Middle East could significantly widen the conflict. The remarks come at a time when tensions across the region are already high, with Iran launching drone and missile attacks on U.S. military positions, Israeli targets, and several Gulf allies. Russia and Iran have maintained close military ties in recent years. Iran previously supplied Russia with thousands of Shahed-type drones that Moscow has used extensively during its war in Ukraine. Now, Ukrainian officials believe that Russia may be returning the favor by sharing intelligence, drone components, and technical expertise that could help Iran improve its strike capabilities. Reports also suggest that Russia may be providing intelligence on U.S. military positions, including warships, aircraft, and regional bases, potentially allowing Iran to refine its targeting during ongoing attacks. Meanwhile, Ukraine has been offering its own expertise in counter-drone warfare. Drawing on years of experience defending against Russian drone attacks, Kyiv has deployed interceptor drones and specialists to help protect U.S. military facilities in the Middle East. Ukrainian teams have already been sent to assist bases in Jordan, with additional personnel expected to deploy to countries including Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia. Zelensky warned that the growing coordination between Russia and Iran could signal a dangerous new phase in the global security landscape, potentially linking the wars in Ukraine and the Middle East into a broader geopolitical confrontation. As tensions continue to rise, analysts say any direct Russian military involvement on Iran's side would dramatically escalate the conflict and further complicate the strategic calculations of the United States and its allies.
And those are the developments shaping the global security canvas, from escalating strikes in the Middle East to threats to international shipping and the growing geopolitical alignments that could redefine the next phase of global conflict. You're watching World News. Stay with us for more international updates on One India.